All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call Allah, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, aka the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick. Seen a little bit of info yesterday about this Australian bank. And bank goes by the name of Macquarie, I believe it's pronounced. And this is from Bitcoin.com. And it reads, Macquarie Bank to go cashless as the banking sector shifts to digital only in Australia. Hold on. As the bank shifts to digital only in Australia. So I'm gonna get right to it because you already know what this is leading up to. This is leading up to the MOTB, man, the Karagma, okay? That micro C-hip. Everything is leading up to that, okay? And I saw another article, besides the article I'm about to read, I saw an article that said that it was like a little bit before October 7th, and that's before all of the, the shit happened with the small hats and the Palestinians. I believe it was September 20 something of 2023, where I think it was this bank or another bank that was talking about going cashless, like ushering it in, okay? But this article right here, that's on the Bitcoin.com. This is from May 9th. Get a good look. Bitcoin.com, credible, so everybody knows what Bitcoin is. I don't know if you see the date. You see the date right there? May 9th. So that's where we at right now. This is where we at right now, okay? So it's from Bitcoin.com. So it reads, it says, Macquarie Bank, one of the largest banks in Australia, will not allow its customers to deposit or withdraw cash or checks from its office branches starting this month. So starting in May. And this is from May 9th. And it's what, I think it's May 14th or May 15th, I believe. Yeah, May 14th. Okay? So let's read that again. It says, Macquarie Bank, one of the largest banks in Australia, so this is one of the largest banks in Australia, will not allow its customers to deposit or withdraw cash or checks from its office branches starting this month. The move comes as the bank goes cashless and transitions to digital payments, stating these are a safe, quick, and more convenient way to bank. Now that's how Esau's going to bring it out. He's going to say how convenient it is, how safe it is, how, you know what I'm saying, all that things of that nature. These are things that the prophets of YAHAWASHI spoke on for years, man. That's just how they do everything else. They talk about the safety and convenience of it, because that's always the thing that gets the people, that draws the people in, is the thing of convenience. Fast food, convenience stores, quick check, YAHAWAHs. All the things of convenience, because why people want convenience and why not? Matter of fact, let's go into that word real quick. See what they got for convenience, how they word it. Convenience. Oh no, that ain't it. That's convenient. Okay. So convenience, we have, okay, so we have to meet together, to come together, to combine, agree with, accord, be suitable or proper. So basically it's suitable for whoever is going to do it. And it's assembling, uniting, joining, but more so to be suitable or proper. Okay, because that's what convenience really is. Convenience is. So we have another word we have is material, appliances, or arrangements conducive or personal conducive to personal comfort. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that which gives ease or comfort. See? That what gives ease or comfort. So what? That key word, ease and comfort. So that's what they're saying that this digital cashless shit about to be for the people to bank. So it says Macquarie Bank drops cash, checks, and phone payments in Australia. So what's that mean? It's not going to stop with Australia. Australia is the start. But these things are probably happening in other countries as well. And it's definitely going to come to America, the daughter of Babylon. So what are we talking about here? These are things leading up to the beast mark. This is the beast system right here. It's just not just Australia that's going to be doing it. This is going to be a thing of the world. Because these are going to be things for world banking transactions. That's what the whole CBDC is about in the first place. And they said they wanted to get it kicking in the year of 2024. And what started at the end of 2023, all this shit with Amalek and the fucking small hats and the Palestinians, Ukrainians, well, that was going on for a couple years prior. You had all this war started going on. Then you had the uproars. And you still have all these pestilences and these plagues. The bird flu, C-19, the bugs, the millipedes that was in Taiwan, centipedes and lanternflies, all the bugs, all the shit coming. These are the days, and this is to the city that's what? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. That's America. But ultimately, as far as the beast system goes, to say he calls them all. That's every person in the earth, man. Okay? So it says they drop cash, checks, and phone payments in Australia. And if this is one of the biggest banks in Australia, that means that other banks that's smaller than this will follow suit. So it says Macquarie Bank, one of the largest banking institutions in Australia, is changing its paradigm to become a digital-only institution. Macquarie, which has a market capitalization of over 77 million, has stopped offering cash and check service to its customers, meaning they won't be able to make deposits or withdrawals using cash or checks in the bank's offices starting later this month. So starting later in May. Because this article is from May 9th, 2024. Okay? So it says also the bank announced that it had already discontinued its automated phone banking services, suspending the possibility of making phone payments in its online portal. See, what? This is coming quick. Remember what Yahawashi said? I coming quickly. Okay, and it says in its online portal, Macquarie states it is committed to transitioning to completely digital payments and continuing to ensure our customers can access secure and reliable digital payment options. Furthermore, the bank declared that digital banking is a safe, quick, and more convenient way to transact because you can view and track transactions and other account activity in real time. However, Macquarie customers will still be able to withdraw cash from ATMs. So they're going to still have the ATMs. So basically, it's basically going to be you can't cash a check. Because what it says you can't cash a check or phone payments. So everything's going to be like online and digital. So you're going to have a whole digital ID. You're going to have a digital ID between you and your company or whatever you're making a payment or transaction with. And this is what will go throughout the whole world. Remember they said there was another thing regarding the CBDC. They said basically they want to be able to do transactions throughout the whole planet within seconds. Come on, like, what is that gradually leading to, man? Cause, like, come on, what are we talking about here, man? If you're talking about getting rid of cash, you get rid of cash, checks, and phone payments. You even get rid of phone payments, so you can't even pay nothing over the phone. So everything literally is going to be online. So it's going to be no more like, I guess they're going to have no more like, I guess, I don't know if that means like as far as paying with your phone, as far as like at the actual store, but at the bank, they're not gonna have no more phone payments. Well, however they're gonna do it, and this is all part of the beast system leading up to the what MOTB, that RFID micro C hit. This is what these devils. This is the devil's real plan, a whole global reset, total reset, and it's gonna start with the currency because that's this devil's bread and butter. That's what he fuels of. It's his financial system. Because the devil's what? This devil God is money. For the love of money, the root of all evil. Who's the most evilest motherfuckers on the planet? Edomites. What is their system? The financial system, the bankings. So it says Macquarie's actions follow a trend in the Australian banking sector, as several banks have already taken similar steps. So you already have other banks doing it. It says ANZ, a top Australian bank, recently communicated it was also dropping check support. Bank West, another bank institution, decided to go digital only and is prepared to close 45 branches by October. So later this year, they're going to close 45 branches by October, which is going to mark a year, which if it's after the 7th, which is going to mark a year since all this shit started with Amalek. And Amalek is the head Edomites. So you have to look close. That's why the Lord said, measure the times. If they're going to start that later in 45 branches in October, they've already started the digital process, which means what they're going to, that's grinding ceasing. That's jobs being lost. If you close the 45 branches, that means there's 45 branches with their employees getting the pink slip. And remember, it starts with the banks. If the bank is going to be doing it, we have to most people have to rely on banks. Okay? So it says, this digital shift happens as Australian society is dropping cash and going digital. Only 13% of the payments in 2022 involve cash. Damn, only 13% of the payments in 2022, that was a couple years ago, involved cash. According to Michelle Bullock, the governor of the Reserve Bank of Australia, RBA. Last year, Bullock stressed that 75% of Australian citizens were considered low cash users. However, Bullock recognized that cash use was still important in certain regions and for elderly people. And what regions is that? Is that the poor region where Jake is? I don't know how much Jake is in Australia, but since Jake is scattered, you got a poor area in Australia. But if it said that, it says 75% of Australian citizens were considered low cash users. Low cash users, and that's just like in America. Most people in America don't carry cash like that. Like literally, most people probably. So if most people in America and Australia don't carry cash like that, what's going on? What are they doing? And why is that? It's because they've geared towards digital and online, getting rid of the physical cash. Because that's the reset. And they're doing it right in front of our eyes. And who's been saying this from jump? The prophets of YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI have been telling you that these devils are going to get rid of cash, get rid of physical money, and all go digital, because that's the beast system. Okay, so that was the rest of the article. And let's go to, it was the other ones too. Okay, so all the articles as of right now, it's all geared towards this Australian bank. I'm just going to go with a couple articles. Okay, so you got this one article. This is from what the fuck? Hold up. Okay, so all this is... Okay, so I'm going to type... Oh, shit. Type in U.S. bank to go cashes. Okay, so we have another one. This is from Ramsey, and it says, "Are we really headed for a cashless society?" Now, this is from April 5th, 2024. I'm not going. Let's see if this. Was it the Fed now? Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, Fed now. Hold up. So everything going digital. This is the plan. This is it. This is what the con is. This is what the actual agenda is. While they doing all of that, they distracting you with who? Diddy, Kendrick Lamar, Drake. But in the meantime, all these celebrities, they all gonna get with this shit. And they all gonna get the chip. But, so it says, ever wonder if our society is going completely cashless? Maybe you've noticed more and more businesses are only accepting digital payments. And you see that, man. You see that. You see that more and more. You see that. Just think about it like this. If you go to a store and you have cash, sometimes they might not have change for you. Or they have to go in the back and get some cash, get some change, because everybody be using their card for the most part. And then what's it going to lead to? People using their hand or their forehead to get scanned. You already have that going on in the bank in the UK. The company wallet more. They've already had people doing transactions with their hands. But continuing on, it says, so what's the deal with all this cashless society hype? Are cash and coins going away for good? And does a cashless society really look all that different than the world we live in right now? Ooh, that's a lot of questions. Let's break down everything you need to know and debunk some serious junk too. What is a cashless society? A cashless society is one where all physical money, cash and coins, is totally replaced by a digital currency. In a cashless society, you can't spend or save paper dollars because they aren't accepted as payment. And the money in your bank account only exists in digital form. No driving through an ATM to withdraw a fresh stack of Andrew Jacksons. It says the only way to pay for stuff in a cashless society is through digital transfers. These transfers can be done with debit or credit cards or through digital wallets, like think Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, Google Pay, Venmo, and Apple Pay. You might be thinking, wait, don't we already have a cashless society now? Well, you're not completely wrong. Cash is still king, but because of the convenience factor, a lot of people choose to make their everyday purchases with cards or apps. Think about it. Unless you're a hardcore stickler for using a tried and true envelope system, when was the last time you actually pulled out a wad of cash to pay for anything? And I think I did a video on this before because this sounds familiar, but all in all, the message is the same. If you think about it, they've gradually made people used to that. So it would be nothing to get rid of cash because people hardly use cash that much as it is. It says Pew Research shows that in a typical week, 41% of Americans make absolutely zero purchasing using cash. So almost half. It says half of Americans make absolutely zero purchases using cash. 41%. That's a high number. Very, very high number. And it says that's not all that surprising though. It makes sense, right? A lot of us swipe our debit cards to pay for everything and have wallets stuffed to the brim with receipts, gift cards, and gum wrappers, anything but cash. But a true cashless society is way different than that. It's a world where cash doesn't exist at all in a physical form. No one is paid under the table, and every transaction you make is traceable. And that's what these devils are trying to do. They're trying to trace every single transaction. That's what that bitch said. I don't know what that World Economic something, World Economic Summits, one of them shits. The bitch said they'll be able to track every single transaction that is made from from least to greatest, right? So it said, and every transaction you make is traceable. Insert Twilight Zone themes in here. I guess a little joke. It says a cashless society runs totally on a government-backed digital currency. And while no societies are 100% cashless at the moment, some countries like Sweden and China appear to be headed that way, along with America too. Because it said 41% of Americans are not making transactions with cash. 41%. And Sweden and China appear to be headed that way. What did that egghead Klaus Schwab say? China's going to be the new model for the world. They've already got a cashless system going on down there that they're gearing up. Everything being digital, man. CBDC, the central bank and digital currency. Central banks own the governments. Those are the elites. The banking families. But those are the ones who when Yahawashai comes back, you're going to be the first one to be put in slavery. So so hurry up and do this shit. So we can see your end and see this place destroyed. It says, what is digital currency? It says digital currency is created in a computer network and it only exists electronically. And that's the goal. That's the goal. It's digital currency, cashless societies. And this is talking about what if, but we already know that it's going to go down because of what? It's prophecy. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get the prophecy real quick. Because if you have that company in the UK known as Wallamore, if they already have people that have been implemented with the RFID micro chip, these devils talking about going cashless in Australia. A few banks in Australia going cashless. What are we really dealing with here? We're dealing with the beast system. This is the system. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9, and I'm gonna jump down. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, which is 666. Because in verse 18 it says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 600, 606. 600, 3 score. What is score? 20. 3 score. 20, 40, 60. 300, 666 and 6. What? 666. 666. That's the beast. And who is Satan? What is Satan's number? 666. When you think of 666, what is first thing that comes to the mind? The devil. The beast. Esau's system. No other kingdom did this. That's how you know we at the end. Let's get it. And who is ruling right now? I did it just yet. Who is ruling right now? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the white race. And on top of that, the head Edomites is who? Amalek. Who's in a bit of every controversy right now? Amalek. Those small hats. Who runs the banks? Amalek. Who controls and runs and owns everything? Amalek. Who owns the sports world, sports leagues, the sports teams, the Hollywood, the music industry? Amalek. Who are the top lawyers? Amalek. Who can't you speak about? Amalek. Who did they just make a law who you can't speak out against? Amalek. Who is who? Edomites. Who's the one bringing in the digital system? Amalek, Esau, Edom. Who runs? Who's in the UK? Who runs the world? Job 9:24. For the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. But this is the last hurrah. And these devils about to go down. So that's why, y'all need, do this shit. So this is 2 Esdras chapter 6, verse 9. And it reads, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and this is present world, this present rulership. Okay? And it says, and Jacob's the beginning of it that follows. Because why? If Jacob's going to rule the next kingdom, but who's Jacob going to rule under? YAHAWASHI. And what is YAHAWASHI getting? He's getting an immovable kingdom, the everlasting kingdom. That's what he's coming to bring. But these devils got to do this and destroy themselves first. So that's why we push it, man. Because as soon as they do this, that's when time's going to go by even faster than it is now. But here it is. But to our people, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the people of Negro and Hispanic descent, the people that come from the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, there's a judgment that you're going to get. Before you get into eternal rulership and immortality, you're going to die the second death. And that means, that's what? What verse is that? So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 14. I'm going to start at verse 8. But the point is in 9 and 10. And it reads, and it says, and there followed another, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, and Babylon, and who is America? Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, Isaiah the 47th chapter. The daughter of Babylon, who rules that? Esau, Edom. Babylon is fallen. It says, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, because all the nations are going to get on board with this, because everybody's going to have some, all these nations, because a lot of these nations are Edomites, they're going to want to have still a financial pull or financial stake in the earth. That's why I say he's going to cause it all. So all of these elites is going to have all these countries and these governments and these banks push this system. That's what's coming. That's why when you go, that's why you go in think about anywhere you go. How many, if you was to actually, right? I remember a few times, right? I needed cash and I needed change, right? Now, aside from the bank, I'm talking about the store. I'll go to the store, right? Let's say, for instance, I go to a Quick Check. I used to go to Quick Check. I said, I need a change, right? I would have to wait for them to open the register. And when you know what, until me having to wait for that, I would have to wait for somebody to use cash. And I remember this was not too long ago. It might have been last year. I went to a Quick Check to get cash. And she was like, all right, give me 1 second. I just have to wait for someone to use cash so I can open the register. And then, like, at least 5, 6 people went by, maybe even more. And they all was using cash. They was using a card or the phone. Just like that. That minor example, no, that's gradualism. Gradually get into what that system, that digital system, the CBDC, central banking digital currency. Hence, sooner after that, the RFID micro chip. That's the beast. That's the mark of the beast. And here's the judgment if you get it, Israel. So the so-called the real Israelite. So it says, verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Verse 10, that same man shall drink of the wine of the wrath of YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So it means when Yahushua returns, he's going to burn your ass up. Whoever got that mark and whoever worshiped the beast, his image, and received his mark. You have our people that's worshiping this beast. Our own people I'm talking about, man. Because what they say, cash rules everything around me, right? Well, they about to get rid of cash. They just said it. A cashless society. And it's already like that now. But, at the end of the day, people can say, oh, they love cash. But then they're going to love whatever system these devils put in front of them. Just as long as they're able to be in it. That's why I said to any man that worship the image or receive the mark in their forehead or in their hand, the same going to be burnt up with the wrath of the Yahweh BaHaShem Yahushua's indignation. So it means he going to bring that intense heat and burn your ass up with fire and brimstone. The missiles that's coming over here. The missiles are coming to America. Yes. That's why we say, call Lord Yahweh BaHaShem Yahushua. May Esau continue to move quickly with this system, man. Because the quicker he moves with it, the quicker we the fuck up out of here. But don't get it twisted. The warning also is, and this to myself too. We can't get it, and we have to endure anything that's put in front of us because it's going to get hard. It's going to get complicated. You're just like it said that if you're in Australia, you can't use cash or check or phone payments. So what the hell are you supposed to do? And they're going to have it to where you have to have a bank account. Because what do everybody have now? Most people get what? They get direct deposit. In America and probably abroad too, you get direct deposit, which means what? You don't have no cash. You get the cash straight and put into your account, your quote unquote a bank account. And they geared this up for like years. They've geared this up. The debit cards, they got the chip put in it in what? In 2017 we were talking. In 2017, where they started putting that in the debit and credit cards, man. So where no longer you swipe, you insert it in a machine. This is right in front of our face. And this is the Lord. And this is Yahweh BaHaShem Yahushua. Because what? He declared this from the beginning. This is what John saw. The prophets saw the last days. They saw people doing this. You had the kid. You had that kid, that Asian kid. Well, he appeared to be Asian. He looked Asian. That he had a dream that people were making payments with their right hand, putting their hands up to a scanner and getting scanned. You already have it going on. But you gotta remember, he said he calls it all. This is gonna come to the masses. It's not gonna just be a select few, select banks, select countries. It's gonna be the whole world. But Esau doing his test runs now. But it's gearing because that bank said, the Macquarie Bank in Australia said that they're gonna start later this month. Indefinitely, and they're gonna be completely digital. I'm going to continue on. Let's read verse 11, and it says, and the smoke of the torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So you're going to be burnt the fuck up. And it says, verse 12, it says, here are the pages of the saints. Excuse me. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of YAHAWASHI. Those are going to be ones that don't receive the mark and don't get it, don't get it, and don't worship the beast. Here it is. We know that okay, wisdom is a defense, but as soon as they gear towards you have to get this put in your body, that's when we have to step away, and that's when the test of the fiery trial starts. That's when the test of our faith starts, because that's really ultimately the last test. Because there's nothing else to be tested on. It's the chip, the mark. That's Esau's last move. And you have a lot of people that are going to get it. A lot of our people included. And these heathens are going to get it. The heathen don't or whatever. They still going into slavery. But this goes to our people. The patience of the saints are Israelites. As any man that's an Israelite. The Lord don't care about the heathen. He know these heathens fall in line with Esau's system. It said the nations were drunk on the wrath of his fornication. Those are the other nations. They're going to get the RFID micro C hit. Oops. So I'm going to read a little bit more of this article. So it says, what is digital currency? Digital currency is created in a computer network and it only exists electronically. It says, be careful not to confuse electronic currency with digital currency. If you look at your bank account balance, you'll see a number that represents electronic currency that can be withdrawn at any time for actual dollar bills. You probably even get your paycheck through an electronic transfer that shows up in your bank account. The difference between electronic currency and digital currency is that digital currency can't be withdrawn for physical cash. If you're thinking it sounds like cryptocurrency, you're right. Cryptocurrency is a type of digital currency, but crypto isn't overseen by a government central bank, and it's not legal tender. This means businesses aren't legally required to accept cryptocurrency as payment. See what? See? The government don't have their hands on cryptocurrency. But they're slowly, because remember all them cryptocurrencies, all those crypto billionaires that was becoming billionaires, see what's happening to them. So it says the cryptocurrency, the difference between electronic currency and the digital currency is that electronic currency, you can still get a check and still withdraw money, cash. But with the digital currency, there's no cash that can be withdrawn. It's strictly digital. You can't withdraw no cash from it. It's solely digital. So it says the difference between electronic currency and digital currency is that digital currency can't be withdrawn for physical cash. So it says it says if you're thinking it sounds like cryptocurrency, you're right. Cryptocurrency is a type of digital currency, but crypto isn't overseen by the government central bank. And it's not legal tender. This means businesses aren't legally required to accept cryptocurrency as payment. And unless you're dealing with a business that accepts crypto, you have to convert your crypto into dollars to spend it. So you still have to be a conversion. But with the digital currency, there's no conversion to cash. And also that's going to lead up to what? The MOTB. Because you're not going to be able to, you're not going to withdraw cash with the chip. It's going to be solely digital transactions. That's what these devils is gearing up to do. So it says, what is a central bank digital currency, CBDC? It says, for a cashless society to be cashless, it needs a government-backed digital currency that's legal tender, otherwise known as a central bank digital currency, CBDC. It says, have you ever looked at the fine print on a dollar bill? It says, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. CBDCs are legal tender that can be spent pretty much like cash, but you can't stuff them under your mattress or mail them to your grandkids in a birthday card. It says several countries have created their own CBDCs, and the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Central Bank, is currently investigating its own CBDC that some people refer to as FedCoin. Ooh, that's the one. That's the one I was thinking of, FedCoin. I remember in last July, they were talking about getting that up and running. So here we go. What is FedCoin? It says the Federal Reserve is in the beginning stages of exploring the pros and cons of a CBDC. In March 2022, President Biden signed an executive order announcing that the government would look into the potential of a U.S. CBDC. So in 2022, he signed this during the whole EMIC thing, during the whole C-19 thing, or coming out of it. That was the global, remember, and Biden said global reset. It says, so what's the backstory to all of this? Well, the government has been scrambling to come up with a good response to the mining and investing boom of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Yep, that's the one named after a dog meme. It says, and since the internet loves to combine words, some people are referring to the Fed's CBDC as Fedcoin, aka a federal kind of Bitcoin. If a US CBDC ever becomes a real thing, which it will, we'll probably still call them dollars though. But let's be clear, Fedcoin doesn't exist yet. It said the Fed's most recent report on a potential CBDC said it would complement rather than replace current forms of money and methods for providing financial services. This means a CBDC would exist with paper dollars, at least at first. It said the Fed also thinks a CBDC would be safer for Americans because it would be held directly by the Fed instead of a commercial bank. So they trying to get and they gonna get all the banks gonna get online with this. That's why you see all these banks closing and getting with the CBDC digital currency wave. And it said it would be safer for Americans because it would be directly by the Fed instead of a commercial bank. So we're all trusting in the government. Go to Egypt for help. So that's what these devils, the central banking government, basically are trying to have control over the whole financial system directly, like actually. No, remember it says no under the table payments, no little spare, no little odd end jobs, no little freelancing. Everything has to be by the book according to this digital currency, the CBDC, to track every transaction. That's what they said in that article about the Australian bank, to track every transaction. Every transaction can be monitored. It says the Fed also thinks it would be safe for Americans because it would be held directly by the Fed instead of a commercial bank. Banks lend out most of the money banks lend most of the money their customers deposit, which causes some minimal risk for bank customers. If everyone decides to withdraw their money at the same time, aka a bank run, the bank will fail. But with digital dollars, your money will be held by the Fed. So your money would be solely controlled by the federal government, which is controlled by who? The central banking families, the elites. But the message to you elites is, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI is going to get you damn devils. You had Amalekites, you hold all you Edomites, you Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, the YAHAWASHI is going to get you, man. So hurry up and get this system going because that's to your fucking end. That's to your end, man. That's what's about to happen. Esau is the end of the world. You're Esau. You're Amalek. The Lord said, remember Amalek. And look who's ruling right now, Amalek. And who's being despised more than ever? Amalek. But that's under the nation of who? Esau. Satan's house divided. Even the other Edomites are not feeling Amalek right now. So your money would be held by the Fed. Oh, matter of fact, I'm going to read this one last bit. Oh, check this out, though. Look what this said. Shalom, shalom. What does that say? Ooh. It said that the C-19 emic lead to a cashless society. Hold it, so let's read this one bit real quick. So it says, what are the problems with a CBDC? It says, as you might imagine, a CBDC will have a huge effect on the banking industry and how it serves its customers. It could drastically reduce the amount of money banks have available to lend, which is already happening now. Banks already don't carry that much cash. And it says, and if the Fed creates a CBDC, it would expect private companies and banks to offer accounts in digital wallets to make spending and saving digital currency possible. So you're going to have to get your asses involved. It says privacy also is a big concern for a CBDC because the government would know how you spend your digital dollars. Yep, Uncle Sam would know if you bought bed bug spray or a Nickelback CD. Both are pretty embarrassing. So the Fed is looking for ways to protect consumer privacy. The worry is that if the government holds your money and knows how you spend it, the government could also restrict your spending or decide to take your money. You can see why totalitarian regime China would like the idea of a CBDC. And who they trying that with right now? China. What did Klaus Schwab say? China will be the new model for the world. So it says, on the other hand, the Fed doesn't want the digital dollar to be 100% anonymous like cryptocurrency because it wants to keep people from spending digital dollars on illegal stuff normally purchased with cash. Drug dealers don't accept debit cards. Okay, fuck all this shit. Let's go to this. Did the C19 EMIC lead to a cashless society? So it says, nope, but we might use less cash, but society still has a long way to go before it's totally and completely cashless. So you would think. But the Lord said, what? The devil is going to move quicker because he knows if you have but a short time. So it says, wait, bro. And just because some stores didn't want to accept dollar bills for a while and maybe still don't, that doesn't mean a cashless society is here to stay. We hate to break it to you, but dollar bills were always gross and germ infested, even before the EMIC even came along. But that didn't seem to bother anyone back then. Strange. Think about how much of your money is virtually already. Think about how much of your money is virtual already. Does your boss hand you a pile of cash on payday? We're guessing not. You probably wake up on Friday morning to a nice little direct deposit from your employer in your bank account. You never saw the money physically. It never changed hands in person. And the only reason you even know you did get paid is because some ones and zeros tell you that you did. Plus, you probably pay your family and friends through apps like Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo, especially if you don't have cash on hand or didn't see your friends in person. Remember, if you need to borrow money quick and the person not around, they can Cash App you, PayPal you, Zelle you. And what was that thing of? A thing of convenience. It says, but remember, this doesn't mean we live in a cashless society. You can still pull cash from the bank and stuff your grocery envelopes with it, or even slip a few dollars under your kid's pillow for their lost tooth. Cash is still alive and well, and no EMIC can take it down. Like it or not, there are plenty of people who like and rely on using dollar bills. And as long as these people are around, no, we won't be moving to a cashless society anytime soon. But that's what you think. Remember, this is someone's opinion, along with facts. This is your opinion. You damn sure everybody wants to be cashless because he said he caused it all. So cash won't always be king. Look what they're doing in Australia. Hold up, let's go to that article. Hold up. And remember, that article is from 1 month ago, but the article about the Australian bank is from 5 days ago, May 9th. And look, I got to show it again. Digital only. So what the fuck you talking about, my guy? Yeah, it may not be yet. Cash is everywhere. There's cashes in some places where it's digital only. Australia being one of the countries. You got the UK, that people that even have the already RFID microchip in their body. So you damn right we head into a cashless society, and cash is not always going to be king. But Esau is not always going to be ruling. You know why that is? Hold up, here we go. Because these devils want to get a system going, right? Let's see what YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI got to say about that. Hold up, real quick. Let me find that. Because these devils are going to try to get the system off. Bear with me. Okay, so remember I read it said Esau at the end of the world, Jacob the beginning of it that followeth, right? So let's go to Lamentations chapter 4. I believe it starts at verse 21. It says, Lamentation 4 and 21, and it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Verse 22, and it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So that's y'all got next in slavery. And the Lord said, what? Reward her double, which he gave unto thee. Book of Revelation, which also has the mark. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, O daughter of Edom. That's your whole nation of Esau, man. So Amalek, along with you other dukes of Edom. Because our iniquity, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. We're the daughter of Zion, the nation of Israel, the children of Jacob, sons and daughters. That's us, the true children of Israel, the true children of the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, the one true living God. And you know what else is about to happen for you? You about to go try to get the system off, right? Woo! Woo! Hold up. Then the whole book of Job, this 20th chapter is good, but I'm going to go to the point because I'm about to close it up. So it says, this is Job chapter 20, verse 23, and it goes, when he is about to fill his belly, so when he's about to get the system online, because this is what he's doing right now. When he is about to fill his belly, so once he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, hey, get this, hey, we got a new system. You have to get it put in your body, just like, and they started, and the trial run was what? That jab. Get this put in your body, or you can't do this, you can't do that. That was a test run, man. It says, so it says, when he's about to fill his belly, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Because what is that going to tell? That means his elect are going to be pushed into a corner to where they can't do anything. And the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, is going to have to intervene. And that's when Yahawah going to get that green light. And mind you, in the midst of all that, the nation shall be fighting. There's already uproars, plagues, pestilences, uproars among the people, earthquakes in diverse places. Everything is being covered right now. But this RFID micro C hit, man. This is it. This is it. Cashless society, digital only currency. You can't withdraw cash. No more checks. No more cash. No more phone payments. Macquarie Bank, Australia, UK, Walletmore. People already got the CHIP implemented into their bodies. We're already there. We're just waiting for him. We're just waiting for him to cause it all. That's it. So, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give you all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all true sincerity. Shalom.